Alright, what is going on, everybody? My name is Sam, and this is my review for episode 8 of the second season of Haikyuu. And what an episode it was. One of the best of the season, in my opinion, because we finally get development for Tsukishima. And we've been waiting for that for such a long time, because ever since we first met him, he's just not been the person to really care that much about volleyball, to care that much about the game. And it's bugged me because in my experience in sports, because I'm a tennis player, people that don't take a sport seriously and yet still are on the team for some reason get on my nerves. That's one of my pet peeves, and I know that gets on Hinata's nerves as well, and a lot of the other players on the team. Players like Tanaka, and I know Suga's annoyed at it too. Just a lot of the third years, and I think everybody grasped that Tsukishima, he doesn't really care that much. Just for some reason, he cares enough to show up for practice every day. He cares enough to, you know, go to matches, and, you know, he tries about 70%. He has a passing grade, as I think they said in, I think it was like 2 episodes ago, where, you know, I think it was Coach Ukai, he said that Tsukishima gets a passing grade, but he never goes the full 100%. And I think that's kind of my view on Tsukishima. He could be so much of a better player if he just tried more, and he just doesn't feel the need to do that. And now, in this episode, last episode, Hinata and Yamaguchi were talking, and Hinata asked him what he would say to Tsukishima in this situation to try to get him to care more, or at least try to find out why Tsukishima is not trying his 100%. So finally, Yamaguchi gets the courage to go up and talk to Tsukishima, and finally gets to the bottom of the reason why he's not trying his 100%. And it was so cool to see that. It was so cool to see Yamaguchi finally step up and take a more important role, and to kind of get some of the focus on the story, because he's one of the characters that isn't really getting a lot of love in the show. I mean, I haven't read the manga. I don't know how much the manga focuses on him at this point in the story, but really, I don't feel like he's getting enough love. Like, he's not getting enough screen time, I guess. I mean, I really like him as a character. He's really soft-spoken and nice character, and, you know, I like that for what it is, but he still needs to play a bigger role. You know, he had the role in the first season where he wanted to get better at serves, and he had the, it's called a jump float serve? The float that doesn't have any spin on it. The serve that doesn't have any spin on it, and it seems to kind of, you can't really tell what direction it's going. So he did that last season. He worked to get his serve better, but now this season he's been quiet this season. Now, a really big part of this episode is a flashback where it flashes back to Tsukishima's childhood and his relationship with his brother Akateru, and it's revealed that his brother was a role model to him to get into volleyball, because his brother was the ace of his team in junior high, and then it's revealed that Akateru goes to Karasuno, and he wants to be on the volleyball team there, and really looks up to that volleyball team. So the flashback really focuses on Tsukishima's and Akateru's relationship with each other, and how much Tsukishima is looking up to his brother, and it's revealed that his brother was lying the entire time. He was never actually on the team, or at least he was on the team, but he was never good enough to actually participate in any matches, and he wanted so much for his brother to still look up to him as a person, to be a volleyball role model, that he kept up the image that he was still the ace of his team. I mean, honestly, that scene where Tsukishima is looking across the gym and he sees his brother, that was heartbreaking. That was a heartbreaking, emotional scene where you just see all of Tsukishima's respect for his brother just dwindle. It's just almost non-existent after that. You can tell that his relationship with his brother just it's gone after that because his brother's been lying to him for so long, and that was so emotional to see. It was really, really well done and really well crafted, and it really got me right here. It is shown that he is, in junior high, he was the ace of his team. He was really good in junior high, but then he elected to go to a high school that was a powerhouse team, and he had to compete with some of the top players in the country just to get on the court. So, some of the guys that were on the sidelines there are probably maybe top 20 players in the prefecture, and yet they probably don't even go on court just because the players that are on the court are even better than them. They're the best of the best that are on the court, and even some of the players that are, you know, still like top 20 players are not getting to play because it's just cream of the crop. Now one last thing I want to touch on here is just Kuro and Bakuto. I love their characters and how they are working with Tsukishima to try to get him to try his 100% in matches, and I think they had a profound effect on him, you know, thinking and reflecting about the way he's been behaving lately on the team. I think Kuro and Bakuto have really, really developed his character, along with Yamaguchi finally confronting him about this, and his fear of, you know, if they keep winning, what's the next step? There's always somebody better than us, but he's like, Tsukishima his mindset is not in the right place. People don't play sports to just win. They play it for personal pride. They play it because it makes them happy. It gives them a good feeling when they play, when they win, but you're just not trying to be number one, and Tsukishima just thinks that all there is, all the substance to playing a sport is winning and being the top and the number one, and that's, to me, that's not why I play tennis. That's not why I play any sports or watch any sports. I play it because the competitiveness is just fulfilling. It's fulfilling to play a sport. And Tsukishima is not in that place whatsoever. And Kuro and Bakuto really, really, they help him with that, and I like them as characters. Plus, they're idiots, really. They can be really smart, but then idiots at the same time. And I like this show because it shows the serious sides of characters and also the funny sides. And it keeps it entertaining. It just keeps it fun to watch. So really, I hope you guys liked this review. Leave a like if you did. If you want to see more of these, I'd be happy to make more. This is my first time doing this, so yeah, give me feedback. If you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button, I guess. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I hope you like it, and Haikyuu, man, it's turning, the second season is living up to the first season, most definitely. So, we'll see what happens. See y'all later.